Hello there, beautiful people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm going to do a fragrance review today, which is perhaps the best buy of my year 2024 up to May. Okay, as of May 21st. Okay, I got this in recent times. This initial impression, of course, but I have plenty to say about this fragrance. So first of all, as you can see, some little bit different in my room. Yeah, the corner. Finally, I got the big, moment that I was waiting for. I got it yesterday. I'll talk about it in morning thoughts. But I have prepared 3 videos for you. Sadly, this is supposed to be my second video, but I have shot this video before, but my mic was not on. I usually check, but yesterday, just before this, it was not on. So the whole video ran 15 minutes, but there's no sound. I'm very sad because the excitement I had in that, I'm not sure if I can bring it back, but I'll try. Okay. So big thanks to 3 people, first of all, for this perfume. Let's go one by one as per my memory serves. First one, Max Forti, the legendary reviewer on YouTube, fragrance, community. He is one of the OG reviewers, pillar of our founding fathers of Fragcomm. So he is the first one where I saw, him talking about it, and I got to learn about Brioni. This house, this Brioni EDP Intense. This is the fragrance we'll be talking about. Thanks to Max Forti for introducing this. Now I think many other reviewers talking about it, but still criminally underrated. Not many people, not as much as it deserves. Okay. Second person I'll say Shazil Malik Bhai. His channel is called Scent On. He lives in Dubai. I think he's from Pakistan or India. I'm not sure originally, but he is a citizen of UAE. So he reviewed it and shared it recent times. I saw it. I'm like, that's it. I need this stuff. And I pre-ordered this. So third person I'll thank is Masood Al Mahdi, owner of Perfume Center, to whom I pre-ordered this, and he got this under unbelievable 2 to 3 days time. And it's so difficult to understand how he does that. It was within 2 to 3 days. It was like quick dispatch from Dubai, and it landed in 2 to 3 days. Thanks to Masood Bhai for this gem. The prices on these are $110 as retail for 100 ml EDP Intense. If you can find it discounted, maybe around 85, 90, those prices would be correct. So you can get it cheaper, great, okay? But make sure do not buy fake. So this fragrance, why am I saying this is the best fragrance I purchased this year? I did buy Royal Tobacco, buy Amouage, I talked about it. I did buy Gin and Tonic. I bought some Tom Fords. I bought Cafe, what is the cafe? Amor Cafe. I bought quite a lot of fragrances this year, and this month I bought 47 or 8. So among all this, imagine I'm calling something like this one of the best perfumes, and it's not the most expensive either. I'm calling this a masterpiece. And here we go. Why? First of all, this is a flanker to original Brioni format. I don't own that. That was supposed to be, as per Max Forti said, fresh blue fragrance with hint of Blicker Street by Bond Number 9, right? So sort of like you can say Aventus family with that fruitiness, and then maybe this fragrance, which is Ultraviolet Man, or maybe Purple Label by Ralph Lauren, which I want to get. But this one is a darker take on the original. So this is not a latest release, but it's a newer release. This is how the box looks. It's an Italian house. They make tailor like suits and stuff. They are designer, very posh designers. Okay, very elegant looking box. At the back it says vegan, without cruelty, animal cruelty, and all those. So nice box. I really like the elegance of it. Amazing packaging. The bottle looks a little bit like Cool Water Intense, like that side, especially like Cool Water. It reminds me of classy looking bottle. At the base, it's kind of indented. There's a sticker. The cap is my favorite part of this bottle. Dark look to the bottle. So this one has some weight, and it is magnetic. This is a bonus mark. Even if this was got 9, I'll push it up to 10. But it will get 10. You'll see why. The name, everything, beautiful. So nice. Atomizer is great. I'm wearing this because I did the review already. Is the mic on? I'm traumatized now. Okay, show you the atomizer. Great atomizer. So the dry down is here. You can see that oil is still there. So yeah, it has Brioni's signature on the atomizer as well. So what are the notes in this, and what is it comparable to? First of all, the notes, I do not remember all of them, but I remember vividly. There was apple, there was pepper, there was oud, and there was mention of some other spices. Maybe it's like a woody, spicy, fruity, dark fragrance. That's what they're going for. And it's supposed to be weather specified, cool weather setup, okay, and nighttime. So if you know the concept of Armani's code, I did show all this. I put them back. I don't want to show it, bring them out again. I don't have that patience. But if an original Armani's code, shape of a tuxedo, the bottle. So they're meant to do a sweet, powdery tonka tobacco scent, sort of for men, night out. This is that fragrance also, like similar theme, night out for men, and a cooler setup. Okay, where occasions are formal. You can dress it up with a suit, tuxedo, like a nice little suit, looking the best. Imagine Henry Cavill, right? The Superman dude, and he's dressed up as formal. He should be the face of it. Rough and tough, good-looking guy, perfection, right? And wearing black suit or tuxedo. This also reminds me of the class of Tom Ford, okay, like their noir thing. If this was part of Tom Ford's collection, it would be so proud, okay. So this reminds me of all that. So what are the things I get from it? Why am I calling this superb? This smells like league of its own. First thing. Second thing, it does not have that hype it deserves. It does deserve that hype because a lot of these perfumes are coming up nowadays, which are costing 150, $200, and they are like super expensive and they're same, more of the same. This is not more of the same. This is more of its own league. People should talk about this fragrance. Okay, when you smell this, you will be mesmerized. I was mesmerized. I never smell anything quite like it. Okay, and I feel there's additional note of leather, dark leather, which reminds me of like a Napa leather in used in high class cars like Land Rover, Range Rover, or maybe think of Ferrari, hand stitched, beautiful leather seats. This one gives you that vibe, like Salvatore Ferragamo. If you entered their, boutique, you smell that, like beautiful, posh, dark leather bags, briefcase. This reminds me of all that. So the opening is very alluring. It is citrusy. It is apple-like. It is pink pepper, like a pepper, but it goes slowly to the woody, spicy. And there are some notes I don't remember. Maybe there's a patchouli somewhere there. So it gets dark, but it maintains the balance between the fruity, sweet, and woody, spicy. So there are two different phases. Opening is something, dry down is something else, very mysterious. So think of fragrances like Acqua di Gio Profumo of the spices, Spice Bomb, Bulgari Man in Black, Versace Oud Noir, Creed's Royal Oud. So this is that oud, spicy woody, not Middle Eastern Barnier oud. So even if you see oud, think of like latent exclusive, as Max Forti says. It is that sweet, spicy, like Boss Bottle oud, cinnamon, oud, and apples. But this one doesn't have cinnamon quite. The opening is just so alluring. It's like sweet but spicy at the same time, and it's dark. Imagine you get all that, and it's like so smooth. It's just so smooth. I love everything about this perfume. It's built with vision. There's no confusion in any part of this fragrance. Development, opening, dry down, spot on. So it's not a clone of anything. If you're thinking it's similar to something, it will remind you of some fragrances, yes, but you cannot say this is a Boss Bottle or Royal Oud inspired or clone. Okay, this is a statement of its own. I keep saying that. And longevity projection, fantastic. It's even in this warm weather, it's lasting over 6 to 7 hours. If it's winter, it will give you up to 8 to 10 at least. If it is cold weather setup, projection is fantastic in climate control zone. Take note, not outdoors. If you go out in the sun in this high heat, it will die down very quickly. It will die down within 2 hours. Projection will be like half an hour. But when you sit inside the AC, it moves around. People can smell it. I will say 8.5 out of 10 for sense strength. It's not an extra perfume. It's not crazy beast mode like something like a Parfum de Marly, I don't know, Pegasus exclusive or something, or Leighton exclusive. It's not that. 8.5 is pretty good, solid still. So the EDP intense, it feels EDP, but not intense as in like overpowering. It it creates this aura around you. Okay, this is the specialty of this perfume. It is not a screamer like Shura. It's not a Layu Komkwai, but people will take you and they will just look at you, and it smells like niche quality. Someone said that in Fragrantica, and that's exactly what I would tell this fragrance is: niche juice. Okay, if this was not a designer, if it was niche, I would buy this. I would believe it. Okay, that's the quality. When I say Tom Ford, if you like Tom Ford, darker fragrances like Noir or Noir Extreme, which I have, you'll like this. Okay, so dynamic, unique, long lasting, high class, and the juice is just clean. It is dark, but it's somehow clean. So the fruity aspect makes this fragrance very interesting, and I did not detect that apple in the first 2 days, 1 to 2 days. On the third day, or further wearing on the paper, on the shirt, I'm like, now I'm getting the apple. Okay, so it is fruity, fresh, dark, interesting, mysterious, and the oud is woody spicy. Man, however they made this, I just do not hope they make flanker after flanker and you get lost in time. Blue this, dynamic extreme, noir, absolute. If they release one once in every 2 years, I would buy it. It reminds me of houses like Bottega Veneta, for men, and those the leather ones. Those are interesting. This is interesting, right? So this is, oh, so much happiness in a bottle. Must try this. Get a sample. Do not blind buy this. Go to a counter where they have this. Order a sample if you cannot test it. I'm pretty sure in Bangladesh, many people would order this. And if you happen to be watching anywhere from the world, if you're bored of your other fragrances, try this, okay? This is a fragrance. This is a true fragrance, happiness for me in a bottle. Did I cover all the aspects? I think so. Why do I give this 10 out of 10? Even it's not 10 out of 10 performer. The composition, the overall feel of this fragrance, the way it makes me feel, very different. Perhaps to niche heads, they will say, yeah, I smell this DNA here and there. It will smell familiar at certain points, but not a dupe of anything. That is the trait of this fragrance. This should be a new trend. Okay, so formal, dating, little bit 25 and up. Let's say you have MBA classes at late night. If you do a presentation with a suit, you will make a huge impression on your professor. There you go, I said it. 10 out of 10. Brilliant fragrance. Okay, Brioni for men, EDP Intense. Check it out and do let me know if you tried it and what you feel about it. Okay, take care. Let's do a second episode. And I'm sorry I had to do this second time if I missed out any points. It's okay, so life, is like that. Take care. Let's do a second episode. Take care.